Warning, today's video will trigger you if you are a Goku, Vegeta, or Beerus fan, which is about all of you. So someone's gonna get triggered, someone's gonna get offended, you've been warned.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
What is up guys, Blackscape here, and today I woke up to Twitter to find that not only is Beerus trending, but Broly is trending as well, and then I see the entire community talking about Toyotaro. Seeing comments like, the new Toyotaro interview really didn't help him or Toriyama out, to bro, I went from the biggest Toyotaro shill back in the Moro arc to completely disliking the Granola arc now. Superhero was my only hope to keep my hype up for DBS, but it's a CG movie and it might not even have high stakes. I'm getting my ass beat, bro. 2, that Toyotaro interview, kinda getting bored of Dragon Ball, to be honest. So what exactly did this interview say? Cause like, it must have been some controversial shit for the entire fandom to be up in flames right now. So let's go ahead and jump into the most critical parts of this interview and see exactly why everyone's so upset. The first thing that gets off the bat is that Granola and the heaters were originally created by Toyotaro. Granola and the heaters designs look like Toyotaro, but here's the kicker. The Granola design was full Toyotaro. The heaters, on the other hand, were rejected, at least the original ones were, and that is when Toriyama decided to jump in and redesign the heaters in a more pleasing fashion for him, something that he really wanted to do, which is really interesting to think about because I honestly think that the heaters design is more akin to Granola's. Like it feels like it's Toyotaro, but I guess Toriyama had a hand in that as well, which I think is cool that he jumps in and adds new elements to the story. Now the heaters to me are the best elements of the story, so Toriyama dumping in some of the best elements of the story make the Granola arc seem like Toriyama is doing the heavy lifting here. Now another cool point is that the design of the dragon and the concept of new Dragon Balls is something that Toyotaro didn't have any power to do up until this point, and when he kind of hinted at or introduced it into the story, Toriyama was fully on board and decided that let me go ahead and give you the green light to get new Dragon Balls in the story and have this whole new concept. Now the concept of new Dragon Balls, I think that is why it feels a little bit rushed, because if he had no power to make Dragon Balls in this universe before, and now we have a second set with a brand new lore and a new power that, hey, I can make you as strong as Goku, but it takes away your life, it does feel like it's kind of just tacked on. It doesn't fit with the rest of Dragon Ball, and I feel like the inclusion of that, or the surprise inclusion of that, that's the reason that they feel so out of place. Here's the first hiccup, and that is the power scaling for Goku in Dragon Ball Super's manga. Toyotaro even laughs here because he's essentially ridden into a hole since the Moro arc, he's so strong in the Moro arc, he has so many abilities in the Moro arc, it's hard to make him even stronger in this arc or change him a little bit. And so Toyotaro laughs and says that yeah, he was perfect then, but now he's realizing there is a new level beyond perfect. And I'm just thinking in my head, or maybe crazy, and at this point now I'm thinking that Toyotaro doesn't have the capabilities of doing this or really is allowed to do this, but it looks like if you have a character that is extremely powerful and you cannot do anything else with, then maybe focusing on other characters and having this character in the backdrop, that would be the best bet. And I'm hoping they do that with the movie, but again, Toyotaro even says it right here, it's getting boring because Goku is so strong. That's why everyone's so excited with Vegeta, because Vegeta has a new transformation that we don't know what it is, but I guess here we're about to find out a little bit more. Alright, so this is where we get to the point where everyone seems to be very, very upset and very, very pissed off at like this entire interview as a whole. But essentially what Toyotaro, he didn't want to get into spoilers essentially. Like you could tell Toyotaro was apprehensive of really like explaining much about the power scaling of the manga, besides explaining the direction the story took and some of the inspiration for the characters. But he does remark that now that it seems that Vegeta and Goku are kind of equal, but we still don't know who the strongest one is, but it does seem that Goku is like on a completely different level. As he said, there's still room for more perfection, I guess, but Toyotaro then says that Goku's got a long way to go. He's got Whis, he's got Beerus, Broly, and the Grand Priest, all characters that are stronger that he can look up to. Okay, so Whis and the Grand Priest are no-brainers because they are far stronger than Goku. They are angels. They're stronger than anybody that we've seen, right? And then you have the questionable choices here. We have Beerus and Broly. Broly, Goku couldn't defeat on his own, but all of us are thinking that Ultra Instinct could take Broly down. Now I'm not so sure. Totaro says that there's still more room to grow. It seems like Broly's in that top echelon of warriors that Goku isn't stronger than yet. And then you have Beerus. Beerus is a character that's been around since the very beginning of Dragon Ball Super and really hasn't done much in terms of fighting besides in like the very first arc. But in the Dragon Ball Super manga, we do get to see him not only showcase his destroyer power, but he also has a really excellent grasp of Ultra Instinct. So Beerus does seem to still be stronger than Goku even now. Even as Goku is a perfected Ultra Instinct user, that extra perfection, I guess, is still a gap that he needs to be crossed to get to where Beerus, or I guess even Broly's at, which is why I guess a lot of people are upset, because they felt like Broly and Beerus were behind Goku, and now Goku is still behind both of them. So really kind of took an L today, but I still think that this is explained a little bit in the Dragon Ball Super manga, and I have to reference Jordan Lee, the creator of not only Dragon Ball V and Dragon Ball Infinity, and he had two tweets that I would like to showcase here. The first one is a picture of the manga where Beerus is saying, "My mind's always on destruction and nothing else. That's why there's no limit to my power." What part of this did people not understand? This is the key to Beerus's power, his mastery of maintaining a destroyer's mindset, which is why the conventional form of scaling won't work here, and it won't work for Vegeta either, because his power will rely on the same thing, especially since Vegeta is a Saiyan. He's a really good host for that destroyer mindset, so Vegeta could honestly really bridge that gap very fast to get to where Goku's at, especially with the next panel here where Jordan says, "UI does not rely on Goku's power level, it only relies on his body being honed to withstand it." It's literally stated it takes Goku beyond his limits and can be used to encompass his abilities. As you can see here, we saying, as for the full transformation that accompanies Ultra Instinct, let's set that aside as a last resort for when a battle demands that you surpass your limits. So Ultra Instinct is more of a body thing. It's not supposed to be a transformation thing, and that's exactly what they're saying here. People are upset because Goku is still weaker than some of these characters. For me, that gives me hope for the Dragon Ball Super manga, that Goku isn't really that as strong as I'm thinking that he is from the last manga chapter or the last manga arc. I think that he still has a long way to go, and I can't wait to see that bridge. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Did you guys get triggered? It's going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.